morning. It is Sunday. I think I'll put this video out today. I'm going to try not to sniff, cough, drink fluids, eat food, because apparently people have nothing better to do than comment about if I cough or if I swallow. Food too loud, whatever it was. The last video I did with the Neo, which is the whole point of this conversation. Wait, there we go. I was making a joke, and kind of the way I entered the video, I'm chewing on food, tried to make it funny. And people got nothing better to do than bitch. It's ridiculous. That's the part of social media, one of the parts. That's why I don't do social media other than YouTube, and I don't do anything else, because people got nothing better to do. Everyone has a thought and feels like they have to share it, and it just gets annoying. And that's what pushes me away from wanting to make videos and do any of this shit, because I just can't stand the childishness. If you ever look at any video you like, or especially with the elections going on, you see a video that involves that stuff and the bunny trail of stupidity that happens in the comments section about people fighting, keyboard heroes and stuff. Can't stand it. Can't freaking stand it. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, shut the fuck up. That is as nice as I'm going to put it. Anyway, I grew up and became an adult and got an actual FPV bag. I have been flying with this wonderful bag, and I mean that in a nice way. This is kind of a tactical backpack, and it has worked phenomenal for me. But I have started carrying more quads and different things, and it still would work. But there was a deal. One of my fellow flyers had said, hey, I'm thinking about ordering this, or whatever the hell it was. And I was like, oh shit, I already got it in my cart. You bastard, you're gonna push me. This bag ranged anywhere from $200 to $250, where that's just unjustifiable. Yes, the bag is awesome, and I'll get into that the best I can. But as somebody that lives, paycheck to paychecks, providing for the family and the only provider, I'd never buy that. I just can't justify that. That's why I've gone the route that I have, to be frugal and smart and save money and show that you can do the same things. But I had an opportunity. You can get it on Amazon. Research it. I won't tell you the price, but it's absolutely worth it. It is super worth it. But I am OCD. I struggle with organization, and things got to be right and flow and function. And it's a blessing and it's a curse. And as you can see, I have been at this a while, trying to find out the best way to fit the bag. I don't fly many quads anymore that I would need to take out into the field. I got the Flying Potato, which can easily get strapped to the bag. Sinister here, which was the Happy Model Sin 8. I'm debating on converting it over. If anybody's got one of these, I have an 03 air unit in that wing that's been sitting for about a year built. I just have not gotten out there, and I'm gonna take the air unit out, I think, and see if it'll fit in there. That's the thought. I got the Tiny Whoop, and that's it. My two 5-inch freestyles have not seen flight in a long ass time. Flying Digital has completely ruined me in a good way, where I don't want to, because I'm afraid of losing signal, or just it's not the same anymore. What I can do now, there's more confidence in it, and the builds are good. The VTXs are strong. It's just not the same. So if I don't put the air unit in, where am I? That guy. It may go back into one of these. Who knows? We'll see. Lots of conversation. But this is about bag. That's the bunny trail for the day. So it's the HGLRC, but it's tagged, like everybody else says, as this. Trying to find what works for me. So I kind of set it here and kind of pretended I was out flying, and how I'd want to be able to access the bag without pulling things apart. The way I did it before, let me change this, hold on. Oh, I sniffled, my bad, my apologies, the whole video's ruined. My nose is stuffy from being out, and we were out late last night at the range, and just my freaking allergies are bothering me. But this is kind of like you put your shampoos, your shaving stuff in, that I put my Goggles 3 in, and a lot of the accessories that go along with this, and the controller, or extra props and stuff like that for, I don't have them out here, the Avata 2. And that fit perfectly. And it's funny because as a OCD person with bags. This is the first bag I got for my original Avata, and I've converted it over now to the Avata 2 if I only carry that, and it will still work that way. Basically just one divider, and that bag I just showed you sits in top, and then the lunch bag case style setup I had fits perfectly here, and some accessories. That's the minimalist bag, and that's the big badass bag. And I can basically do that with this. So what I've kind of started with is I use the part that came out of the lunch bag, this custom thing. So the Avata sits in here. This sits on top. It can hold a battery, and then one in the drone, because I only have, how many fingers do I hold? 3. And then the extra little flap, the controller sits in here. So that's secure and done. There's a couple tiny screw, what do we call these things? Allen key and screwdriver in here for now. Again, still, I might put buzzers and where's this? Everything is freaking scattered all over the place. So I emptied the other bag. So little accessories and stuff like that I may use that could be tucked away. And I'm working on props, but oh, my apologies. So that fits there. That's there. It's secure. Don't know what I'm doing here yet. I got a couple ideas. I wish there was an extra strap here, so if you put something here, it couldn't slide off. Because originally I was going to put the Neo on top here in a case that I have for it, and I may solve that problem with one piece of Velcro attached to here and the bottom of the case. That would hold it in place. So that's that. I haven't really touched the sides yet. Some props. When I use my Lume Cubes, or I want to put the GoPro on my head, when I need both hands for sketchy locations, I have that there. Just for now. Is this closed? So I will leave it. I guess I'll leave it this way. Let's see here. Oh, that's to take it off. I'm going to do this with one hand. Where the fuck is the zipper? Alright, bear with me. There it is. Mad zippers. Alright, stand it back up. So I've not gotten very far, and I've already redone this like 3 times. Actually, I'll lay it down. Hold on. So, Neo in the case, and I'm going to leave it in there because I can keep all the little parts for it here, and it creates a good structure on the bottom. I originally had these laying kind of on the foam, going up and down, and then the goggles 3 up top. Changed that. I got these here. I have some wire, charging cables, and stuff like that. And what I tend to do with any style of these is I will actually put a piece of Velcro, make sure it's glued down, and then here, so it cinches down. So when you drop this, which it just happened a minute ago, you don't lose cables. Because if you're sitting down, and like many of us, when you fly, your adrenaline's pumping, you're excited, you're thinking about a lot of things, and if you do that, and some important cable, if you only had one, tips out on the ground and you don't catch it, it's a pain in the ass. Ask me how I know. So I got a couple cables in here. I'm going to run some other accessories, and I'm going to try to figure out a toolkit, because I got to get back into carrying a toolkit, some zip ties and stuff like that. The only other quad that I fly, other than the Avata 2, the Neo, and the Flying Potato, is my FlyLens 85, one of my absolute favorite flyers. Done a lot of videos on this, a lot of extensive tuning and changing to try to make it fly slower, but still do freestyle and do some of the bando stuff that we do. Kind of worked in just a long compartment, so if I ever decide to swap over, which I've talked about already, that would fit in here also, and it's got room. And I may make some foam blocks or small pieces if I don't, just to fill in so it's not wiggling around. It's secure on the back and stuff like that. We shall see. And then as of now, if I fly the Flying Potato or the FlyLens, because I haven't converted that over to the RC3, which is probably a project for this afternoon, I got a case for one of the controllers, and that can go multiple ways right now. We'll see. And then I may try to section it off. I wish when they made these kits, and I like the idea that they come in pieces that you can move around and adjust, but there's no customization. One of my favorite things, to be able to make odd lengths. Like this here, I can't put any of those without modifying. And I've got pieces from my original one that are gray that I'm trying to figure out if I want to just section off here and make 2 compartments or the foam will work. So a little bit of options. Like I said, I can put a toolkit. A lot of the times we will bring lunch on a location. It gives me room to stuff that in there. Energy drink, water bottle, whatever. And then I haven't even touched the bottom. I do like the fact that it has good feet. In a lot of locations we fly, the ground is disgusting. So to be able to stand it up on that, that's a super tiny little detail that means the world. I'm going to figure out what I can use on these. Probably my chair that I don't know where I put. It's somewhere around here. A little chair that I'm like, oh, I'm going to sit and fly. I'm going to sit and fly. I'm a stander and tend to stand while I fly, but it'd be nice to have that option, especially when the ground is disgusting or it's just more comfortable. Some of the places we fly where your adrenaline's pumping, it's easier to sit down, less stress, but whatever. We got some more cargo strap type things. Like every other video, and I don't want to be repetitive, but you know, if you've not ever found this backpack, these kind of strap things will completely come off and it'll be just a hard shell. I've seen earlier videos of people doing this, that they pull on this and it releases, and I've tugged the shit out of them, giggity, and they do not come off. They're tight. You'd pull on the strap and then it would loosen itself up. They have not, and I've messed with it pretty well. I'm going to figure out how to get the potato on here. I added my patch to the side. In the back side, getting personal now. Which side is it? I think it's this side. There's a zipper. Let me get my finger in there. There's a zipper so you can actually slide documentation, I believe a laptop, and some other skinny stuff back there. My trust certificate and some of the other things in case we ever get harassed to prove that we are legit flyers is safely in there. You could put a toolkit. I have a waterproof thing that covers this bag. I may take that out of there and stuff that in there just in case. They claim waterproof to a degree with this thing. And yeah, we get caught in the rain or, you know, whatever. But it'd be cool to add extra cover to that because you put thousands of dollars worth of stuff inside there. There are more options to one-shouldering this thing and changing the height from up higher. That's a cool thing. You know what? I've never even seen that. I guess this whole strap changes so you can adjust where it sits on your body. And this is something I'm happy to have to help hold it to you a little bit more. And you got some straps and other cool accessories attached to it. It's definitely worth it. They're on Amazon. I got it in 2 days. That's the cheapest I found it. And I think it's worth checking out. So if you're looking into a bag, it's definitely a good option, especially at the price it is now. If you're getting into the hobby, the customization, and again, depending on your skill level or where you're at in life and have like a 3D printer or something, you could probably print these type of parts out of something like that and then make your own personal. You could even make a whole tray to sit in there, which would be really cool if you knew your setup. But the option is, you know, you lose a quad, you break a quad, you add one to your arsenal, you have the customization to be able to move these around, and that's what makes this bag very, very, very good. So I think that's it. I think it's time to go eat breakfast. Any questions? Let me know. And if you got a dumb comment, don't do it.